Okay, so I have made the keychains as much as I want to make today. 9 in total. One is mine, one's a gift, and then the 7 that are going to go with my prints, which I haven't showed you yet, but we'll most likely do that either today or tomorrow. And now I'm wanting to make, I think maybe, I have quite a bit of leather here. I guess I should just try to use up as much of this as possible. I'm gonna make a template so that it's a little bit easier for me to work with. A template versus just trying to wing it. Or I guess I could just wing it. It's just gonna be folded in half. It's not going to be, this is the overlap. So this has the 3, where this one I think I'm going to make 2, and then it has the little overlap flap. I'm not going to do that for these guys. They're just going to be a little small one. Okay, cool. Originally I was thinking I was going to make some air dried clay little pieces for this, but yeah, I'm just going to make as many as I can and just like, so let's get to it, shall we? The last time I did this was months ago, probably in the summer, so I don't actually remember everything that I did to make that big one. So this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna figure it out together. Also, I don't remember what I did with my little metal things that are supposed to go on the end. I was hoping to get smaller, I think they're like rivets is what they're called. I think it kind of does give it a bit more attitude to have kind of bigger ones, a little more edgy. I might just use those ones since that's what I have already. Okay, found them. That was pretty quick. They are here, so I'm going to take them all out because they don't really belong in this thingy. I just didn't have another place to put them, but now I do. They can go with the bead section stuff. Also, do you think I should leave the edges squared like this? Because I rounded my other edges, which I did like. I just don't know how that would look. Maybe I'll leave them squared. Just because it doesn't have the flap. So maybe squared does make more sense. Now this has this in it. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space in between. So that's 3. This leather that I got is quite thick, so be mindful if this is something you're wanting to make for yourself. It's thick, but it's still, like you can see, kind of floppy. You do want something that is pretty malleable, because as you're gonna see once I start cutting, it is quite difficult to cut. All I have to use, which I did before too, was an X-Acto knife. So obviously I don't have all the proper tools to do this properly. But you know, we work with what we got. We're determined. We're determined. If we want to make something happen, we make it happen. And I'm a very determined person, so here we are. Okay, so that's 4. I'm trying to leave as little scrap as possible. I think in the future I want to make these cute little like coin change purses that maybe can be attached to my keychains. Like that would be cute, right? So the leftover little scraps, I think I'd like to use that, you know, because I might as well. This wasn't cheap material. Like leather is definitely not cheap material by any means. So I want to maximize it. Originally I wanted to make a bigger size than this, but I think I'm gonna do a mini size and then keep that medium sized one. And then, because I have this book here, this agenda, which I can't show you right now, obviously, I wanted to make one that would be that size, which is like quite bigger notebook, which I like. I just don't think it's feasible to have that size when you're like traveling or carrying something like that in your purse or bag. It's just a little bit too large. So I feel like this size is going to be the most popular just because it is a little bit more feasible to carry. The thing I didn't consider though was the fact that it's going to have the 2 things in it. Oh shit. Okay. So I might need to make it slightly longer, because that was something that I had an issue with on this, how it like flips over because it's not perfectly flat like that. And this is technically, I can see it's like off center. Yeah, I didn't really consider that when I was doing this right now. Because these are kind of big, you can see how that's actually, this one's only gonna have 2, not 3. Even if they're pretty close together, that is gonna take about maybe like half an inch, slightly over half an inch. So it will need to be a little bit longer by that much, just so there's enough room for it to fold where it's still gonna cover the book on this end. Okay, so let's go back. You know, it's trial and error, right? This is how we figure things out, which means this is going to be over here, so we might need to do it this way. How cute is that? I can't. Hello, it's another day and I am getting ready to go out to buy some of these little notebooks for my journal covers that I finished yesterday, well, last night. The thing that I am debating is if I should use a lighter to seal or like, I guess, close off the little tags in the inside. I feel like I should do that, but I'm also kind of scared that I'm gonna burn it or make it feel harsh. But that's a decision for later. I have to run some errands and yeah, get those little notebooks. I need to get some pens because some of these are going to be gifts for friends and family. That's why I want to get the notebooks, and also I need some new ones. So actually, I might not need a new one. So I feel like I'm slowly accomplishing the things that I wanted to do. I haven't done any pottery, which was part of my goal for this video. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today since I do have to, I'm gonna be meeting with some friends and I wanted to finish my outline for the podcast that's gonna come out on Monday. So I have some more like admin stuff to try and get done after my errands before I hang out with my friends. So we'll see how it goes. And then that goes in the center as possible of the piece.
I can do that.